got this massive willow tree. It's been deemed unsafe, so we're going to take 7 to 8 meters off, which is quite a lot. This limb had failed in the past, that's why it's been taken to a stub. But we're going to do the same pretty much all around, bring it right back in and let it re-sprout. Cool hole. Lots of soil and rock in there. Shame to take this much off. Really hammering it. But everyone deserves to feel safe in their garden. And it's over a little path to the graveyard, so they are responsible if big pieces were to hurt anyone or damage the gravestones. So yep. There's a phone wire here. That's mainly what I have to avoid. Pretty clear apart from some daffodils down there. You can see here the triangulation of the ropes. We've got the green rope on the left and the pink rope on the right. And it's forming this triangle from your perspective to me, and that just creates a really stable environment to be able to do these step cuts. And I'm not on spikes here, but I feel really comfortable. It's mandatory to climb on 2 ropes in the UK, so we might as well get the full benefit of doing it properly and trying to get triangulation as best as we can when we're climbing around the tree. Do the left one over the wire in the road, and then once I've done that we can do the easier one, whether I switch with Brian and give him a go on that section and I can do some spotting. Might give him a go on the GoPro. excited for us to do that section. Looks a lot better. Still over that wire. We've got this little section. It's probably the most over the wire in the graves. So I need to be careful. There's people nipping into the graveyard car park. Just go steady. 8 meters is a lot, and to bring it down to that drooper is probably on the 7 meter mark, and then that's just down to a stub. With it being willow, it will regrow. It's not British standard, that's for sure. But pollarding, most pollards pretty much aren't in it. It's an old tree, it's shedding limbs, so it's either remove or take 8 meters off, and the client wanted 8 meters and the tree officer agreed with 8 meters, so I feel like we're making the right call. For the remainder of the video you'll see Brian climbing. If you're looking for more content, check out his channel, the link will be in the description. Day 2, I'm going to bring these 2 droopers down to that skinny drooper, hooking these sides, hooking that side hard. I traditionally would bring it right back into a full pollard framework and remove all growth, but the client wanted some screenage still there, and we're going to try our best to keep the client happy and do what's best for the tree. This is triangulation, perfect example. It's going to allow me to go down there nice and safe. These, you're actually getting the benefit of the 2 ropes. If you put them right next to each other, might as well just be on one. Pruning in these sides. We've got a good top. Leaving this as a bit of a knuckle. That's an old cut where it snapped out and landed on the neighbour's jacuzzi. Bit of tidying up for the fluff there. I've got 3 heads here. The middle one has got a replacement. This one's got a tiny little replacement, which isn't ideal, and that left one's got nothing. So in the long term it'd be nice to leave that left one for it to give it something to go back to, but because we've cut every other piece to a decent replacement, that left one might look a bit out of place, so it might end up being removed. It's a bit crowded having 3 there anyway. If you're ever for whatever reason close to the ground and you know you've got more cutting to do, make sure you check your fuel and get them to fuel it up. It's a lot easier pulling it up from down here than up there. Right, let's go finish this off and then sort out this questionable one. I've trimmed the sides in a bit, which should create that umbrella effect that the client wants. Again, it's a shame to bring it down by so much, but it's been deemed a hazard, so it's dropping big limbs, it's getting to the end of its natural life where it starts dropping limbs anyway. So if we can make this tree last a lot longer by really reducing the weighting, and it's arguably the right thing to do. honestly I think that's the best we're going to get. So this is the view from the property. You know what, it's not that bad. Maybe I've just been looking at it for a while and it's doesn't look as bad. There's a little noggin here, but it is kind of like a pollard, so it's actually 3 smaller diameter wounds called a knuckle rather than one big flush cut. And in the long term I think that'll be better when it tries to re-establish. But when you're really looking at these limbs, you know, the boughs are about as big as, or bigger than the stem itself, so it's no wonder why limbs were dropping, like the weight on here, with the little rot spots that they found in there. I think it does make sense to take that much off or remove, and the client wanted it to remain, so I think we've got a good compromise there. Just going to pull this little bit in here, pull it in by about 3 meters, and then I think that'll be it. Let me know what you think, let me know what you would have done, whether you would have just removed it, convinced them to remove it, whether you would have done a softer reduction but risking other limbs failing. Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you later.